So, just quick wrap up. My favourite
Microsoft.
Slash
They were the
Nintendo.
best this year. Yeah, Nintendo, pretty good. I weren't really excited over anything.
Nintendo were a little bit. They're a little bit behind. They're playing catch up, but
Yeah.
that's why a lot of it was just we're working on this, bear with us.
Yeah. And the only thing from Sony that I'm intrigued by is the VR Asylum. Now I know what that is because I didn't really look at it and it wasn't shown on any of the things I read. It didn't actually come up.
Yeah.
So I'm quite looking forward to that if Karrot gets it because I can't
I'll
afford my own VR.
Oh, I'll get it.
And so that looks really fun. But other than that, it's just Sea of Thieves and various Microsoft
Spider-Man
things all the way.
So some other stuff they very quickly mentioned Crash Bandicoot trilogy. It's out in like 2 weeks, 10 days.
11 days.
So all they showed was basically Coco is now playable in every level.
Okay.
You don't know who Coco is, but
No, I don't.
Coco is his sister.
Good point.
They didn't reveal Halo 6, we've already talked about that.
We mentioned that, which was weird.
They didn't show Last of Us Part 2.
No, they didn't, which has been announced.
Kind of expected to see that.
Yeah.
But
Because that is Sony exclusive as well. It's not anything else.
Yeah, it would be Sony
Which is a
exclusive.
bit odd, considering. I bet they're regretting it now.
Well, yeah. Maybe it's because they had Days Gone. If you show Days Gone and Last of Us Part 2 in the same trailer, everyone's going to call it out.
Yeah. It's odd that they didn't pick Last of Us 2 though.
Yeah.
Over the 2.
Maybe it's just not at the state ready to show yet.
Yeah.
Death Stranding also didn't
I
make
think
an
the
appearance.
hype's died. I think they've realised that. Because it looks more comedy now. The first year they announced this, it was a brief trailer, PT had been cancelled and they thought, yes, this is what it's going to be.
Well, no one knows what it is.
And then you haven't seen the most recent trailers and stuff and it just looks nothing like what you'd expect it to.
I've seen the one with Mads Mikkelsen in it.
I don't know if that's the one I've seen.
But
But it doesn't look like a horror anymore. It looks like a twisted, bizarre thing. I couldn't even describe what it looks like. It didn't look like a horror to me.
well, we're talking about Hideo Kojima. His universes are always they toe the line between realistic and totally batshit insane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm still looking.
That's the thing. I'm still interested in it.
It's just
but the hype's died.
my worry is
the
thing with Hideo Kojima is he's a showman as much as he is a game developer.
Yeah.
So he's gonna say absolutely nothing. He'll keep teasing stuff that's totally pointless and nonsensical, and he won't reveal anything that we really need to hear. And I really hope there is someone paying the bills, riding him a little bit, saying, "Make sure you get my game out on time." Because Hideo Kojima is, as much as I admire his work, he's one of those where he will spend decades making a game and still not be happy with it.
Yeah.
So someone needs to keep an eye on him and get him on his deadlines. Metal Gear Survive off that also didn't get talked about at all. This was Konami's attempt to make Metal Gear without Kojima, and last time they showed it, they got torn apart. It looks awful, right?
I'm not surprised.
Metal Gear
Series like
Solid
that,
5,
you get rid of that guy.
Metal Gear Solid 5 was you build a base full of your own army and your soldiers. This freaking what this game was. A portal appears in the sky. Bear with me. Sucks all of your men into the sky, drops them in another world with like weird crystallized zombies and shit.
What?
I don't know what this shit was supposed to be, but they got ripped to shreds from Metal Gear fans for it, and they haven't.
So
I
hopefully
don't know
we
whether
haven't seen it because it's back to the drawing board.
It might have been
or
quietly
non-existent.
cancelled, or they're working on it quietly, and they'll reintroduce it to us in a way where we're more
Something else,
likely
change
to.
the name or something.
Yeah, because to be fair, Metal Gear Rising was similar. When that first got announced, everyone was like, "It's not a true Metal Gear game," and then it kind of never went anywhere. And then Platinum Games came along, took the project back up, turned it into a general hack and slash, and people loved it.
Yeah.
Well, I like it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, the only other thing they haven't mentioned was Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh yeah, it's coming in chapters, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I would thought we've seen at least a trailer for the first chapter coming out.
That's weird.
We've seen some vague gameplay footage, but that's about it. There's some Kingdom Hearts 3s also on the way, but that sort of gets
The one I thought,
drip fed to us
but
anyway.
because it was Rockstar,
Oh,
I don't think I don't know if Rockstar come to these conferences or not, because they obviously don't have their own
They're not exclusive.
stage show was Red Dead 2, which there's a lot of hype around. I'm pretty sure it's been announced. But yeah, nothing more from it.
Depends how far in they are.
Yeah, I imagine that would only be announced if there was like a launch exclusive, or because this won't be an exclusive, but it could be launch exclusive or something. But that's about it. I mean, there's some good stuff from Bethesda and whatnot. So I've heard Wolfenstein 2 looks really good.
Don't have a fire back there to put out.
I heard Ubisoft's conference was quite good this year. Yeah. So yeah, overall, Xbox One X looks interesting. They actually had Major Nelson interviewed about it. I was watching it. The interviewer was pressing him. I can't remember the interviewer's name. Was pressing him about VR.
Yeah.
He said it a couple of times. He says, "Do you think something like this can run VR?" And they kind of just sort of, "It's possible," and then sort of quickly moved on.
Yeah.
He was like, he brought the question up again because he didn't think he was properly answered. He was like, "So you think we could hook a VR headset up to this and it would like run?" And he's like, "Possible." So I don't know whether that response is we're working on it, but we're not saying anything.
Because there was things that went around saying it's not going to have VR compatibility, but Metamon pointed out that's not. You write that's software that you can download to the. You can put on the system. Like PS4 didn't have VR capabilities when it came out. You could put it on there. That's not an issue. So I think it'll easily be able to run it personally.
Yeah.
I think they'll be having problems with the Oculus Rift, whether they use that, whether they use the HoloLens, whether they develop their own kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's probably where the biggest holdback is coming.
The thing, I think maybe they're also looking across at Sony and thinking they've just released a VR headset. That's doing okay.
Yeah.
It's not been.
It's the price point. It's the
That's the problem
extras with VR.
That's the problem. The VR is still, in the last couple of years of tech shit I've bought, the best thing I've picked up. I think it's phenomenal, but it needs more games. And it needs more people. But until it's a vicious cycle. Until more people buy the system, they're not going to bring out more games. But until they bring out more games, they're not going to buy them.
Yeah, and people aren't going to buy them because I know you had the camera. Don't know how many people actually have the PS camera. 2 Move controllers, because although like games like Resi 7 are amazing and use the actual controller to get the most out of VR, you want games developed with the Move controllers because you feel more involved.
Yeah, you do. Definitely.
And that's a lot of extra money you've got to get. You're not just paying 350 quid, which is a lot of money for a headset.
It's still the cheapest option.
Then paying further hundreds of pounds.
Because people bring up, but if you don't have PlayStation 4, yeah, it's still the cheapest way to do it though. Because the PS4 is 350 quid, whatever.
It's the same price for the PlayStation stuff.
Same price again for the headset, and then your accessories on top. That all probably comes to about 750, 800.
Yeah.
That's not even going to cover the cost of a PC to run a VR headset.
No.
And then you've got to buy the headset on top, which is going to be 500 or 700. Yeah. It's still the cheapest way to go, but it needs more adopter. They should probably just drop the price down.
Have the camera included when you buy the headset.
Yeah, this Christmas
for the same price.
This Christmas they need to drop the price down on VR headset and make it affordable, so more people pick it up. The more people pick it up, the more they're going to think, there is something.
We could develop more AAA games for this thing.
Yeah, but I don't know really how you can evolve past VR at this point anyway. But Resident Evil 7 proved it to me. This should be a thing.
Yeah.
Until Resi 7 came out,
I
was like, it could be a thing, but I need to see a full AAA experience. And Resi 7 came out, and I was like, this is going to work.
And it just needs to support with the 3D audio headphones, bang on.
Yeah, they just need to support it now. Yeah. And you need to finish streaming it.
yes, we're actually going to get back into that soon. So yeah, overall, Microsoft, for me, Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony,
Nintendo, and Sony for me. But that's not low. That's like halfway.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us know what you think in those comments, and thank you for watching.
And
peace.
Promise there's stuff coming.
Yeah. Just might be a while.
We're pulling a Death Stranding here.
We
promise there's stuff coming. Just wait. No Nintendo.
We'll see you in a bit.
Wicked.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Smack it.